Hey there, travel beauty chasers, and welcome back to Chasing Travel Beauty with Stephanie. Okay, so we are on day 6. Count it, day 6 of this daily travel series, and I so appreciate all of you that have either joined me from the beginning, joined one of the days, or if this is even your first time seeing this daily series, thank you. Thank you for joining. Well, today I'm going to, flip it up a little bit. I'm going to do a little something different today. Today I want to address one of these, I think, big debates as it relates to travel, right? So it's, what's the right way to, quote unquote, right way to travel? Is there a right way to travel? So should we be always about like going out and about and seeing new places? Or should we be saying, no, find that one place that, you love and makes you happy and just stick with that? So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. So I want to know, are you an explorer or are you a returner? Which camp do you fall in? So explorer, are you that person who says like, I want to go see the next best place, right? I want to grow. I want to expand. I want to have new experiences. I want to be exposed to something new. I want to be stretched in my understanding. I want to see new cultures, learn new history, hear new languages. So are you all about, I want to get my checklist. I want to be able to go through all of the places, all the iconic places, all the hidden gems. Like I want to go visit all the places and see all of these new things that I've never experienced before. Or are you more the person who says, you know what, I found a place that like when I go, like my soul sings. Like I found that place that, feels like home, feels like a big hug. Like I know it so well, it's like the terrain is etched in my mind. I know when I go there, it's going to be a place of comfort and peace, or maybe it's going to be a place of adventure and excitement because that's the place that you always go back to. Which one fits you? Are you the explorer or the returner? I mean, both have their advantages for sure, but I would say maybe equally both have their cons. They could have some cons. So when you think about the explorer, you're like, okay, as a person who's traveling, if you're always going to somewhere new, it means you're always planning, you're always packing, you're always trying to figure out a new itinerary. You're always like, okay, I got to figure out how to do this or that. Sometimes you are just like, it's about a checklist, right? So it's kind of hurried and fast paced because, if you're like me, when you're going to a new place, you're like, okay, I need to see 100 things in 48 hours. How can I get it all in, right? Like I gotta be able to go as deep as I can in 24 hours. Like, or, when I'm doing a cruise, like I do Explorer Journeys, I've done 2 so far. And as I'm going from, place to place, I'm like, okay, I have one day, not even a full day. It's not even a full 24 hours. So maybe I have 12 hours in this location. How much can I see, right? So it can be very hurried, very fast paced, and move, quickly pacing through to really, because you want to be able to, when you go to the new places, you want to be able to say like, I have really explored this. Like I have really learned something. I have, maybe my worldview and my perception of this people, this culture, their food, their practices, has been expanded, has evolved, has changed, right? You want to be able to get as much out of it as possible. So it can be, it can be exhausting. Always fun, but it can be exhausting. And sometimes I'll go away and I'll say, you know what? I can sleep on a plane, or I can sleep when I get back home, right? So, being an explorer can be exhausting. But then on the other side, if you are the returner, it's like, are you, some people might say, oh, are you wasting the trip? Like you've been there 10 times, right? What else is there to see? Why are you spending your money going back there? Or, maybe you lose that opportunity for a sense of awe and wonder. We've been talking about awe, the last the last three series videos, right? So because you've seen so much of it, is there still an opportunity for awe, right? You go, okay, is it just maybe a little too laid back? But sometimes maybe laid back is what we want and what we're seeking, right? So there are pros and cons. So I'm curious, like what camp do you sit in? Do you say, there is a quote unquote right way that people should travel? And you've probably already guessed what camp I sit in. So if you think I'm an explorer, raise your hand. I can't see you if you're raising your hand right now. But the truth is, I say, why do we have to choose? As a person who's been to nearly 50 countries now, I'm all about exploring, and I do consider myself an explorer. But I'm also a person who, I think I mentioned in a previous video, like I love all things Italian. And I absolutely love Rome. It's my most favorite city, and I've been there more than a half a dozen times. And so I feel like it's not an either or, it's an and. And to me, that's the sweet spot of travel, is being able to go see new places that stretch you and that you learn, but also, finding that happy place that you could go to again and again and again. But really, it's sort of what I learned, though, the true flex in it is that, when we travel, if we do it with intention, especially when we're going somewhere that we've been to a number of times, is how can I be intentional about still having a new experience in a place that I've been before, but be able to see it from a new lens and a different perspective. And this is what I did when I went to Rome again in 2025. Again, I've already been there more than half a dozen times, but I honestly could go every year. And I said, okay, I've been to the iconic places, what can I do differently? And so what I decided to do was like, you know what, I'm gonna do like a, rooftops in Rome. And for me, this truly changed my perspective, about the landscape. So, when it comes to Rome, and typically it doesn't matter, what time of year you go, there will be crowds. And so last year was the Jubilee year. So there were probably crowds on top of crowds. And what I realized was, okay, being on the one level, being on the street level, it was crowds, it was noise. To me, the best kind of chaos, right? Because there's an energy that's palpable in Rome, with both locals and visitors. And it still, to me, will always have an awe and a wonder, even if I didn't elevate my perspective. But then going up to the rooftops was a little more quiet, a little more still. Some rooftops, it was like a whole vibe. It was like a whole vibe. And then it was the most spectacular views, and a way to see Rome that, even as a person who had been there a half a dozen times, gave it just a fresh perspective and a new way to experience it. So I feel like, we don't have to choose whether we are an explorer or a returner. We can be both. And so I want you guys to just stay tuned. I'm going to share with you a quick video montage from the rooftops of Rome, and hopefully you can experience a little bit of awe and wonder that I experienced while I was there. So take a look at this. rooftops of Rome. I mean, whenever I think of Rome, it always makes me smile. And I hope when you guys saw that, you felt the same. So I'm curious, do you have that place that just is gonna make you smile, that happy place? Put it in the comments. Tell me about a place that you can go to again and again and again. It never gets old. It's always gonna put a smile on your face, and it's your happy place. Put that in the comments. Please do like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to build community here. This isn't about me just sharing information and putting it out. I want this to be a two-way conversation. I want to hear from you. So tell me about, do you have a Rome? For me, it's Rome. What is it for you? Where's that happy place that, again, you can go time and time again, and it's gonna make you feel like, someone just hugged your soul, or it makes you feel like, I'm home, like you can exhale, right? Tell me about that place. So please do like, comment, and subscribe. Well, friends, we have reached the end of our time together today. But there is no need for sorrow, because you know what? I will definitely see you tomorrow. But until then, keep chasing travel beauty wherever your journeys may take you.